Hello everyone, this is Ashley here at the Speedway Public Library, and today we are going to be doing a fun craft for adults and teens, and it is acrylic paint pouring. Alright, to start our acrylic paint pour, we are going to first need a canvas. We're going to need some acrylic paint. We will need a couple of cups to stand the canvas on. How many just depends on how big your canvas is. Some cups for our paint. Some dish soap, some popsicle sticks, a cup with a little bit of water, and if you are worried about paint on your hands, obviously I'm not at the moment, but to be on the safe side, a pair of gloves. So now the first thing we're going to do is set our canvas aside. We first want to take a look at our paints. So go ahead and set your cups out, and then you want to think about what colors you're going to use. So I have, let's see, this one is going to be kind of a purplish blue. I'm going to go ahead and put that in a cup. It's like more of a light blue. I have a dark blue. I have, let's do this pretty purple. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of pour that whole thing in there. There's not much left of that one, unfortunately. And then I'm also going to do some gray. And then I'm also going to do some white. All right, once you have your paint in your cups, we will go ahead and put our paint to the side, and we are going to grab our water. So now, as the paint is currently, it's a little thick, so we want to thin it out, but we also want to add a medium type to it. Now, there's different types of mediums that you can use, especially if you're doing these more professionally. But we're doing the quick and easy way, so we're just going to use dish soap. If you want to use some of the other options, I will put a list of those here. But otherwise, your dish soap, you're just going to put a little bit of that into your water. And then taking one of your popsicle sticks, just mix that until it just gets a little sudsy. So just like that. Now, we're going to pour a little bit of this into our paint. I'm just going to, a little bit in there. And then you see I'm not putting very much, just maybe a tablespoon or two. All right, and then take our popsicle sticks, and we are going to mix the paint and soapy water mixture. So we don't want it to be too thin, but not too thick. So that's probably good. We'll just keep going until we get these all mixed up. And feel free to fast forward through the mixing if you'd like. I know it can sometimes be boring just watching someone else doing something. So that's kind of perfect there. And the reason for this soap mixture, it creates something called cells. And they look like oil marks or like bubble spots on the actual paint, like on the canvas itself. All right, I'm just gonna go back and mix this just a little more. Make sure it's good. Yeah. All right. And then what we're going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and set some of these aside just so I can clear out my area in front of me. I'm going to set these to the side a little bit just so I can, like I said, set up the canvas and clear it out. All right. I went ahead and just emptied that out. And we're going to take our other cups and we are going to go ahead and stand those up and place our canvas on top. Okay, now that we have our canvas ready, we have our paint ready, what we're first going to need to do is we're not just going to go ahead and directly pour these on top of the canvas. Instead, we're actually going to pour them into our spare cup, and we're going to alternate our colors. So I did some of the blue, put just a little bit of that gray. Let's do some of the purple. And then how about the white? And then some of this other blue that I have, it's kind of a grayish blue. All right, and then we're going to take that, and that is what we are going to start to pour on our canvas. And you can already see how the colors have kind of separated a little. So you can already have kind of designs on there. And you're just going to pick up your canvas and you're going to start to move it around. So kind of let gravity do its thing in pulling those paints. And if you feel like you need more, simply take your paint and pour more on. Now there is going to come a point where that paint is going to go towards the edge. Now that is a good thing because we want to cover these sides as well. So it is okay if your paint goes off the edge. That is why we have something down on the table. You can also try to catch some of that with your cup. However, I didn't put a lot of paint on here, so I'm actually going to need to mix some more up. I'm going to go ahead and do a different order. Do some of that darker blue, or the grayish blue. Do gray. Go ahead and do all the gray. Let's do that purple. And you do not want to mix up the paint that you're putting in your pour cup. That you want to leave just as it layers. And last but not least, the rest of that white. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna pour some more right here. Just keep moving it around. Now, if you have a bigger cup, especially with a big canvas like this, if you put more paint in at a time, it's going to have a more unified look, but that is okay. So as you can see, you're really getting kind of almost a, what's the word for it? It reminds me of something. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Maybe I will and I'll be able to edit it into the video. All right, I'm gonna do just a little bit more right here, just so I can get that corner. Yeah. Let it drip this way. It's kind of fun to watch because you can watch all the colors just slowly moving around. Some right here. Get the flow. I've seen people also do these with resin, which resin's pretty fun, you know, supply or resource to use. It just gets pretty stinky, and you have to be careful not to breathe certain aspects of it in. Oh, that definitely got it. There we go. All right, and I just have this area left. Get some more on there. Hoping the camera is a lot higher than I'm used to having it, so I'm hoping you're getting all this. Let's see if we can get that area right there. There we go. And hold it up. At some point, once we are back to in-person programming, I would love to do this as a craft club program. So cross your fingers and hope we'll be able to do that soon at some point. And if not soon, then just let's hope I remember. Because right now we're not exactly sure when we're going to be able to do things. But hopefully soon. A little bit more of that area right there on the edge. All right, I only have one area left. That is all of it. And there we go. Yay! And now we let it sit and dry. But there is how you do a paint pour acrylic painting. So if you guys tried this out, definitely either comment or send us a message. Let us know what you've made. We would love to see your creations. And if you have any questions, feel free to either comment on this video or send us a message, or you can also just come in and ask since we are open now. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week for our next craft. Thanks, bye.